Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Right, I'm going to lead things off by saying, don't judge me. Hey, don't judge me. Friday, the Young and Norvelle Show. You know where we're at, Brix Jax Beach, and we're here every single Friday, man. Jason Reynolds, the group here at Brix Jax Beach, they've been wonderful to us every time we've got going, be it radio or streaming, man. They are a great supporter. So this has been our Friday home for the longest time while we were on radio, and now that we're streaming, Brix. And everybody knows what a wonderful place it is. Great place for tomorrow if you're looking for a hangout to watch the Jaguar games and all the games tomorrow and or the Olympics. Come by and check out Brix. But I sit here every Friday, and I tell you about all the great food on the menu, all the entrees, all the burgers, all the wings, all of this, all of that. And you know they're known for a lot of things, but probably the most famous thing at Brix Jax Beach is the Friday ribeye special, $12.99, 2 side items. As I welcome you to the show here on a Friday, I might have got here a little early. I might have got the gear set up a little early, and I might have sat my butt right there at that bar and got me a ribeye steak today with double broccoli. Thank you very much. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I do not have any idea if I just had a late lunch or an early dinner, but it was good. The ribeye special, $12.99. Again, you can't beat it. 2 sides. I went double broccoli, and I couldn't finish it all off. My goodness gracious. Here we go. Glad to have you here on a Wednesday. We hope to hear from you on the chat line. Patrick, I'm not sure what his schedule is today. We'll possibly hear from Patrick Young and or Brent Beard a little bit later here on the program. As a matter of fact, Patrick is coming in here right now. So he's coming in hot. My man's a little bit. Hey, take your time. Let me move this table up. Yeah, move that out of the way. Hold on. Zach, we got Pat coming in. I love this. No, you'll get it in there. Come on. Hold on. All right, Zach, can you zoom or double zoom or get over here? Move this thing out of here. All right, which one are you on? Say hi.
Hey.
My man, Zach, can you back up the camera or something there? Or my man's coming in hot, man. Look at this guy. I love it, dude. I love it.
There we go, man.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, Zach, it's up to you. Now,
where to start first?
This is actually,
goodness gracious.
Hey, isn't this great? Catch your breath. This is actually literal because you are that tall, much taller than me. Literally. I've asked you this a million times. Do you claim 6'9", 6'10", 6'8 and a half?
6'9", 6'9".
Barefoot,
6'8" and like 3/4 or like half. But who wants to hear all that, man?
I do.
Who's going to debate me?
Quit bragging.
You going
great
debate,
hat.
You going to debate me?
No, great hat. Can you show that hat? Oh my goodness, that is the putt-putt dinosaur.
Yeah, the putt-putt dinosaur.
Dude, dude, that may be the best hat and you wear a lot of hats. You're a hat guy.
I have to give credit where credit is due.
Where at?
My best friend Henry Turner. He had it first, and I'm so bad because they had a few different options. Okay. They had a few different colors. I got the same exact one that he has.
Dude, that is a great hat. It is the if you've lived in Jacksonville for any time, you remember the Goonie Golf, I guess. Not really putt-putt. It was Goonie Golf on Beach Boulevard because it was the characters. You know, putt-putt is the tough holes.
Yeah.
But Goonie Golf is the characters or the windmill or the clown. You know what I mean? You got to put it in the clown's mouth, the windmill. Have you ever played those things?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
They made a whole show on Hulu about with Steph Curry was in it and the guy with the voice, which I remember. But it was really cool. It was really cool. And they added a mix where people are getting knocked in the water and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty funny.
That probably happened on Beach Boulevard back in the 60s.
Probably.
But anyway, on Beach Boulevard, they had a Goonie Golf, and it had all the characters. You know, it was fun. And yeah, you can mess around with your right there.
Perfect.
And obviously, through the decades, somebody bought it and turned it into like a strip mall. It's a little strip mall on Beach Boulevard. Well, there was one hole there. One of the holes was the big orange dinosaur, and you had to put it in the dinosaur's foot. That was one of the holes.
A family-friendly orifice.
Yes, a family-friendly orifice. Well said. But anyway, so when the place got bought and word got out they were going to tear it down because some development company bought the land and turned it into a straight strip mall, right? And it's right now.
Yep.
So our community here in that South Side area went up in arms. And some groups got together, and there's a group, Save the Dinosaur
Something
or whatever.
like that. Yeah, I'm so glad they did it. Man.
And they did, and it's still standing. That dinosaur is 12 foot tall. It's got a fence around it, and it even has electricity because at night the eyes light up.
Really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah. That dinosaur on Beach Boulevard is a little bit like the eyesore on I-4, the building that has sat there and you ever see the building that has its own life because it's taken like 3 decades to build? There's a building on I-4 they got caught in the recession.
I'm sure I-4 is the one I just try to stay away from.
Yeah, it is. You don't like it. You don't like it.
You always know coming into Jacksonville, if you're coming from the west, you never miss Evangel Temple.
Yes.
Church. You never miss it. It's right there.
Ooh, that bad boy there now.
That's a big old church, man.
That's a bad boy. Catch your breath, man. You're coming in hot. What's going on?
I had a conversation.
Me up today. What's going on?
Cool, man. Watched a little bit of track and field this morning. The women's, and I'm screaming at the screen, the women's 400 4x1 was fantastic.
U.S. won the gold.
U.S. won the gold. Sha'Carri at the end, she's looking to her side. I'm like, stop looking. Just win the race. And then
was she being arrogant?
No. She was checking. She was checking to make sure there was someone secured. But still, it's like,
did she win by a lot?
Yeah. They won by. It wasn't close.
But
so that was an easy goal. And the men,
they got drop sheets again.
But did you see the last 4 Olympics, how they finished?
Batons have killed.
It was bronze. Or no. There was no medal. It was eliminated in heat. It was disqualified, eliminated in heat, and then today disqualified. Men's 4x1. Men's 4x1.
Well, I did read that since like 95, and keep in mind it's every 4 years, so that's not that far back. If you go by 4,
if you're going by every 4s, yeah.
They've had 11 baton issues. Either today they smashed into each other. Right, and they passed they were disqualified because you passed the mark that you had to have it clean passed.
It was not clean. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. You see the woman. It was like the guy that he's handing it off to. Because the thing look, I'm not a track and field guy, but I do know the person that's receiving the baton needs to be running.
Yeah, and catch that.
They need to be right. It was like he was barely started going by the time the first leg of the race was trying to handle the baton.
Not good.
And it seemed like he was handing it to the wrong hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, when it's done properly, the baton pass, and it's normally done properly, it's a beautiful thing. And
it's beautiful. It's so smooth.
Think about it, man. That's tough. You got to trust it, right? You got to trust because you can't really look back. You're running forward. You got to feel it and grab it.
You're looking back. I'm looking back at you as you're coming in anticipation.
Yeah.
And then I start turning my head and making my run. You're not full speed, obviously.
And you got to trust, right? You got to trust. I'm going to put it.
You got to trust when you're putting that hand back that you're going to put it squarely.
And you've got about a 15-yard mark that you have to do it, right?
Let me see.
Yeah.
If this hand's backwards.
Yeah.
If my hand's backwards. Yeah, you can put that squarely.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Now.
We make it sound like it's easier than it is.
But when they do it right, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's bam, bam, bam.
Man, I felt so bad for Anna Hall.
What happened? She
didn't medal, so she made the best javelin throw she ever had. She's in there. How many events? It's not 10.
5.
It's not
five,
Deca.
Right?
No, it's more than that.
Oh, 8.
My mom corrected me. I think it's 7. I think hepta.
One.
Yeah.
I don't know much.
Because they did 5 events before today, but she did the javelin throw, and great throw. And through her excitement, she did a little extra hop.
Oh no! She
went across the line, scratched, and that probably would have placed her. Oh, great though! That probably would have placed her at least at the bronze. She had the 800, and she really needed to run a sub 2 minute 800. I mean, she dominated the race. She won the race, the heat, but it just wasn't enough to get her in.
Well, I saw her. Was that tape? I saw her doing a run when I was eating my steak.
Oh, really? That would have been. That's probably the 800. Oh, you already had your steak.
I got here early and set up. I said, you know what? I deserve a steak. I hadn't had a ribeye here.
I'm trying that redfish today.
Are you?
Hey. If you're not listening, they're mixing it up. It's not only the $12.99 famous ribeye special here at Brix Jax Beach, which you can only find anywhere in this area, but they're adding some diversity to the menu.
They give you a seafood.
Man, if you don't like redfish, I understand if you don't like seafood at all. What? My hand was doing something weird.
Stop it. Keep talking.
But if you like seafood, you're not going to get a better. I haven't had it yet, but I have high hopes because the ribeye special is so good that the redfish special is going to be fantastic as well.
Are you going to order it and eat it during the show, or are you going to time it out to order it right when it's ready?
This is a discussion we need to have for the show. Like, now that we're visual, we have it here to show and taste test at the same time. So, in the radio show, it doesn't make sense.
I like
when we have the visual, we can pivot. Yeah. Zach, what do you think about? But then Zach might be upset, like, "Oh man, you guys are going to eat in front of me."
Yeah, Zach not happy. Zach no happy. Zach, you're right.
I already feel like slightly left out that you guys are there. Now you're going to be eating in front of me also.
First of all,
we haven't made the decision yet.
I'm not. I'm full, man. I'm full. First of all, Zach, I want to commend you on. That's a great shirt you got. How about that?
That is,
Oh man,
dude, what do we got there, man? That's nice.
Black with some floral.
I thought it was a good shirt until Terry complimented it, and I'm not.
Dude, that's
sure.
Obviously, wifey bought that. I mean, there's no way you wouldn't pick that out.
This is actually a hand-me-down from my granddad.
Hand-me-down. Oh, you're going hand-me-down.
Hey, from granddad.
I probably would have phrased that a little different. Right? But okay, if you want to go hand-me-down, you go hand-me-down.
I'm a man of my word. Well, I mean, you know how much I get paid around here, so that's the way it goes.
I'd have probably said, we were in New York over the holidays, and I got it at a very expensive store.
Yeah. But I got to be real with you, Zach. I can't lie that I haven't had the thought. My grandparents were Jaguars season ticket holders from the beginning, from '95. So they got all the original.
I know where you're going.
They got all the original. And it crossed my mind. I'm like, that's gonna be mine one day.
the throwback logos that are
not
now
the grandpa that
back.
just passed. Are you talking about?
He did. But it's not the forefront of my mind.
Shh.
But
he can hear us.
But he's laughing. But the thing about my granddad, he grew up very poor, so he had this poverty kind of mindset of you keep everything.
Nice.
Hold on, like he was one of those money in the mattress. I don't trust the bank.
Nice.
Always. Hey, baby, how much money we got?
Nice.
Can you get me some money? Can I buy this? But then he would go and
I don't trust no banks.
Then he would come back home and buy three German Shepherds or a new car or something like that. And it's like, okay, I guess
it's his money. It was his money, right? Holy cow!
We talked about sport. Yeah, we did. We talked about.
Yeah, we talked about sport. Talked Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, are there too many Olympic sports?
Yes.
I mean,
field hockey. It's cool to watch, but yes.
I mean, I've been out and about today, and then I settled in and had my steak, and I'm looking up and I'm seeing, just because something is cool, does it mean it's a sport? Like synchronized swimming. I watched this a little bit today, and there's 8 of them on a platform, and they're almost like doing a music video on the platform.
Yeah.
And then they move and all. Then they jump in and they do other stuff. And I'm watching synchronized swimming. Not picking on it, but I'm being serious here. It's cool what they do.
It is amazing. Yeah, watching it.
But does cool mean sports? Same thing with rhythmic gymnastics with the ribbon, and they throw it up and they dance and all. That's really cool. But does that mean it's a sport? And I don't really know what means or what makes a sport.
Yeah. So my daughter was really into aerial silks, like the things that the aerial, the silks that, and it's really cool. It's really cool. The stuff they do suspended from the air. But I'm like, gosh, it's not. I wouldn't say you need a talent. Don't get me wrong. Synchronized swimming. I think in order for them to how do they practice? Is it only in pool? I'm sure they watch a lot of film.
I would imagine they practice on
they have to
land.
They have to practice on land, but obviously I wouldn't think all the stuff they do when they're head first in, their legs are they might be suspended. I've seen those contraptions where for divers, they're suspended with something when they do their thing so they can get more reps in faster.
But it makes for a good discussion point, and I have no idea what the definition or if there is a true definition. But what makes a sport?
Right.
And does it have to be strenuous?
Yeah.
Because, some things aren't strenuous, but I can
like
also,
golf's not. I mean, it's
if you
to play
say
4 rounds.
if you say
straight.
there has to be a okay, if I say okay, well, strenuous is part of it, and I go okay, well, what if somebody takes a 100-pound slab of concrete, puts it on their shoulder, and walks up the Matthews Bridge? That is strenuous, but I don't think it's a sport.
That's more like.
Do you see what I'm going?
Well, that, to your point, and I want to add on. Because there's so many Guinness Books of World Records.
True.
Are all of these things really necessary? Like
record worthy?
Record worthy.
Yes.
Like, I mean, that would be a challenge because you're just fighting for time, doing it the longest, the furthest.
Yeah.
Blowing the biggest.
Yes.
Blowing the biggest bubble.
Yeah.
Spitting an object. Come on, dude. Loudest fart. Longest held fart. Loudest burp. Come on, man. Who cares about that stuff?
Patrick. Today, some of the stuff I was watching while I was eating in the Olympics, breakdancing.
Yeah,
breakdancing. I never got into it. It's not my thing. It's cool, but is it a sport? And where's the defining line?
If breakdancing, I'm not going to say it's not a competition.
Dun, dun,
we're not going to say it's not a competition. Because then, like, if
there's a breakdancer, Aaron, my buddy Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron, there's some breakdancing right there.
Hit it.
He's a qualified breakdancer.
Spin on your back. Do a headstand. Touch your toes. Can you touch your toes?
He's the guy that asked if you were going to.
Hey, can you touch your toes?
Yes. I can almost go flat palm.
Can you believe
I'm close
Scotty Wilbekin, the elusive, amazing point guard?
Right.
I don't know if it's still true to this day. He was probably a foot short of touching his toes
because of his hammies.
I don't know why so bad.
But by the way, you don't want to go there now because touching your toes, I got a big advantage on a tall guy like you.
You would think
I'm close to the ground.
You would think,
dude, I can almost put my palms.
I've always been able to touch my toes.
If I could show off right now, you want me to show off? Can you do I want you to do play-by-play with my touching my toes here. Okay, because I'll be off the camera.
So here we are in Brix Jax Beach as we're taking on the questionable sport of Terry touching his toes. He is able to reach over with his palms flat, almost touching the beginning of his well-known thong sandals.
I got little sandals on. Hey, I'm at the beach, man. Come on. I can almost touch my palms flat, but
that's pretty close.
I am close to the ground.
Well, what I've seen,
Aaron, I start close to the ground. I'm not the tallest guy in the world.
If you want, I've seen what people do. They get on one of those slant boards that they kind of put your ankles in a flexion,
like this,
and then they'll hold it because it helps you to get past your threshold, and they'll get like a 10-pound weight, and they'll let their body just go down a little bit further, and it'll stretch. It'll get you even further than where you are now. I've
gotten into at the gym the last several years, or maybe 5 years or more. I've really gotten into stretching is good, especially when you get older, because you tend to just kind of.
Yep.
Yeah. So like between sets, even torso twisting and touching my toes and do you crack? I asked Dr. Bates and we had a good discussion. You weren't on the show. Do you crack? I've been
sometimes, not always.
And I've cracked my knuckles for 100 years.
Crack my knuckles. I crack my neck. You know, it's not an issue unless it's causing pain and you're extending, but it's synovial fluid. Look, I just know. Don't think I'm smart for knowing the name.
I don't. Don't worry about it. I know. I never have.
I'm just saying a name on which I learned. So it's like there's fluid around your joints, and when you create this space, when you stretch them, there's a little bit of space and pockets that make that popping sound when it happens.
Yeah, but how do you know that? Because you're not smart. You just said
YouTube.
You're not smart.
YouTube.
Nice.
I'm literally repeating what I watched on a 2-minute video because I was worried. I'm like, dang, should I not be cracking my neck? And it's pretty much fine.
I used to be able to crack my back like crazy.
Didn't it feel good?
Oh, I could lay in bed and lay on my one side, throw my other leg and then. But now I can't do it hardly. I don't know why.
Do you use the foam roller for your back?
No.
Oh, man.
I can do this. I can crack my back like this.
Yeah. Yep. That's how I would do something like that with the foam roller. I'd roll and I'd relax as my back was going over that foam roller, and oh man, it felt so good.
Yeah.
Because it's like we all look at those. Look, maybe those contortionists, they move their bodies too far. Listen to the gymnasts.
Yeah.
They're so good with their back because they've stretched that for a long time.
They passed that line.
They passed the line. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if it's like a gymnast type athlete could not be a football player or a bat. It's you're too flexible.
Yeah.
You don't have enough strength.
As we're coming up on our first break, though, back to the original question. There's too many sports in the Olympics. There's just too much.
Oh man.
And
Taekwondo.
There's just too many. And Terry, what do you mean by? Well, then it makes the games. I think one of the reasons we have Olympic fatigue right now, all of us. My God, there's so much. It goes 3 weeks anyway. Roughly
3 weeks, yeah.
Roughly 3 weeks, and then they cram so much in. I'm wore out. I'm absolutely wore out of the Olympics, and I'm not a.
And you know what's sad about that, sir?
Hour guy.
What's sad about that is what's coming up next after this is the Paralympics, and because of that fatigue,
where are they at? Do you know?
I'm not sure exactly where they are. It might be overseas, but it does take away a little bit of.
I would say
I'm kind of tired of watching this Olympics. I'm not sure if I'm ready and to springboard over to the Paralympics. Which is, I went and watched wheelchair basketball in person yesterday at after our show.
Where at?
The Brix YMCA.
Really?
Dude,
I didn't know they did that.
It's incredible.
Really?
It's so fast paced, and it takes a lot of.
Did you just go to watch, or did you speak to the group? Or?
I just went to watch them play.
Did you get out there?
Mm-mm. I'd have to get. There's a special chair you play in that doesn't like my chair can tip over. Their chairs they can tip, but it's very rare if you got to see a guy tip over in basketball.
Did the guys know who you were?
No. I mean, they were just playing. They played for like 30 minutes straight.
So they played on regulation court?
Yeah, regulation court. And then they played knockout, which was pretty cool.
And do they have plays and all? I mean,
no, because I'm not sure. I think they were just playing. This is like a pickup. They were just playing pickup.
So no ref.
There were some of the kids.
Call your own game.
One of them is going to Alabama on a full scholarship. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. One is going on a full scholarship. But the thing with that, it's not just people that have spinal cord injuries. It could be a amputation. It could be whatever it may be that limits your ability to stand and play. And those guys, like, oh my gosh, they were so good.
Let's hold it here for a minute, Zach. And I hope I'm not stepping out of bounds here, but we probably don't do this enough. But it's your personal world, and you can say, let's just go to break. Your situation, where you're at, I don't want to say rehab. How often are you just going to work on your situation and meet with your main guy and all that? If you don't mind me asking, and if you do, we can go to break.
I mean, I guess this is so different. This is so different than radio where we have set, we can go a little bit longer. So after last year with like in the beginning, I had a lot more consistency just because I wasn't dealing with a lot. But after last year and being sick and still not healed yet, it's definitely been taking a turn because I have to limit. Being in the hospital for that
was unbelievable
long time, it's just affected my energy level and among other things. So it definitely is getting back to doing the rehabilitation.
And
but
do you go like certain days or to the certain? Do you go to Brooks?
I would go to Brooks. Yeah, they have a really good independent program for a lot of different things you can do. I can't get in the pool until I'm fully healed.
Okay,
but there's a lot of weight things I can do. They have these mats that you can get on and roll around and drills, things that some of them I can do at home, and I probably need to do a better job of that. But
do you have and again, if I cross the line and knock me out, let's move on. We'll go to break. Do you have one lead neurologist? I guess that your lead.
No, that's not kind of how it's not how it works.
I don't. Yeah.
No, it's not like they keep monitoring and looking at your back to see if anything changes. It's like more if you have differences in function and sensation. That's because there's nothing they can really do. There's surgeries. There's implants that I've seen that, but you got to have. You don't just do those implants and just go back to life. You do those implants and you stay at those facilities for a long time as you're trying to work those things back. But there is some things on the horizon that it's my job to be consistent and making sure my body doesn't get locked up from just sitting in the chair all day.
I think you told me, and I may be wrong, but I think you told me a long time ago that and so many people care and so many people know you and care about you and are interested in you. I thought you told me a long time ago, and I never have gone back to this, that you have a little toe wiggle.
I did. Haven't seen it in a long time, but I did have a toe wiggle. It's really weird how it happens, man. It was a conscious,
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
A real good thing.
That means
there's
messages
something's firing. Down. Something.
Yeah, and it was really weird. I just remember one day at home, something in my mind was telling me just to push down and move my right foot. And I did this was over a year ago, but I did it and my foot did like a full jump. And I'm like, that's interesting. That's, not supposed to happen if you have a complete injury. But, spinal nerves are so, especially spinal cord injuries, they're all different. They're so finicky on how they regenerate or whatnot. But, I just tell everybody, life is now.
Yeah.
Of course I would in a heartbeat, even if it was walking with a cane,
sure,
my legs cut off and I'm using prosthetics, whatever it means to get me on my 2 feet. I want that, but I can't make something happen that's not in my control,
Wow. I don't mean to get too personal. As we go to break, as one of your friends, you got many friends. I hope I'm one of them.
You're definitely one of my friends.
I want to help, and I'm going to go ahead and draw you a map because obviously you forgot where the gym's at because you haven't been working out. What in the world are we doing here, Patrick? What are we doing here? Huh? What are we doing?
What are you doing? That's the question. What are you doing?
I don't like sitting next to this monster.
I got full sleeves on today.
Where do you work out at? And how many times? I mean,
I don't.
Stop it.
I don't.
Really?
I mean, I'm pushing myself in the chair, and that's what amazed me so much about watching the kids play basketball.
That makes me feel better. You got those, and you don't work out. Oh, that's
because I even asked one of the kids. I was like, "Dude, you just played for 30 straight minutes. Are you like tired at all?" He's like, "Nope."
Yesterday.
Wow. Like the rugby, and wait till you see rugby. Rugby, they hit each other so hard.
Wheelchair rugby.
They hit each other so hard. They don't. The chairs are made. They don't hurt themselves.
We have that here in this town.
The first time you hear them hit each other, you're
holy cow.
The heck was that? It's like, I don't know. That's just business as usual.
That is nuts. All right, Zach, let's blame this on Patrick. He drug us way too long. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, a lot to get to. The
bad pass.
The men tomorrow at 3:00.
Easy win.
It's weird how people are going to pay attention more tomorrow because they almost got beat yesterday.
I know, right?
It is.
Dude,
weird.
we were on the edge of our seats yesterday.
No, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was fun. Let's take a break. We are just getting started here on our Friday edition, Brix Jax Beach. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, what were we going to say? Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Listen, you can get involved in anything we talk about. We'd love to have a chat conversation with you. Feel free on the platform to go to your chat. We'll see it here. Also, on the other side, Patrick, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow is not even a game. It's two teams wearing different uniforms. They're kind of playing around a little bit. But one or two things I'd like to see come out of tomorrow's early portion of the Jaguar game. I'll give you some.
That's right, with the Pats.
With the Pats?
Yep.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah, my bad.
You give us a couple. I'll give you a couple when we come back. What would you like to see from the little scrimmage thing tomorrow?
Points!
In the arena. Points. We'll take points. That and a whole lot more. It's a Friday edition. Stay with us right here on the Young and Norvelle Show.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Brix Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Brix Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Brix Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Okay, back we are. Let's get back to work here. Having fun during the break. Get back to work, Patrick. Friday, I know you're trying to knock off. First of all, got a lot of stuff to talk about. The Jaguars get a little scrimmage game tomorrow. We'll talk about that. What is this concoction you got here?
Why you got to bring it into the mix?
Looks good. It looks like it's healthy.
Well,
what do we got there? What do we got there in your drink thing?
So, I have to eat a lot and drink a lot right now with my healing process. So this is a protein shake, everyone. Nice. That was made by Benita Young.
Nice.
She does a great job of making sure they taste good, too, because that's the thing. My dad, he means well. He's very well intentioned, but when it comes to the details and things, he's like, "Oh, just fine. You got just drink it. Just drink it. I don't understand, Pat. Just drink it." Disgusting. The stuff he makes is sometimes terrible. And she made this. This probably has about
like antifreeze taste.
Yeah. And then I was like, "Mom, I couldn't drink it." She tasted it. She said, "Oh yeah, that was horrible." He's trying to sneak something in there.
Moms know how to kind of spice it up a little bit, right?
I mean, it's got all the things it needs to. Because like if you're on a regimen, your food still at times is going to be a chore, but you want to enjoy your meal more than you want to be a chore. Yeah. So and I enjoy this. This is good.
Sure. Is that kind of a take with you all day kind of thing?
No, I was supposed to drink it in the car on the way here. I forgot it was there.
Supposed to knock it out. Hey, Jaguars get it on tomorrow. Chiefs are in town. The game's not really a game, really. You know how these preseason games work. They're a little. Once you get to them, if you go to them or watch them, they're kind of disappointing 5-10 minutes in. I know, but right? I think Lawrence will play a little bit. And you know what? I would like to see him 2 series. I would like to see them get a couple first downs. I don't want 3 points out and he's done. Dumb. But get 2 series, get a couple first downs. I think if Lawrence could go 6 of 11 and 2 of those completions are to Davis and 2 of those completions are to Thomas, I'd be happy as a clam.
Yeah.
Just a snap. Because these 2 guys, none of these 3 have worked together.
The Jags we didn't do any joint practices.
I don't think they have.
Yeah,
no, I don't think they have.
Yeah, I would. But
I would like because think about it. Lawrence, Gabe Davis, the free agent receiver,
yep.
and the high draft pick Brian Thomas. None of them have worked together.
Mm-mm.
None of them have worked together.
No.
A couple completions here and a couple completions there.
How many preseason
3?
games?
3.
I mean,
it'll go down to 2 soon. And probably 1.
I think it's unless you're dealing with a quarterback coming back from an injury that maybe he's not ready yet. You play these guys. Get them the reps.
Yeah.
Because you would hate for it is a long season, but obviously the closer you can get to that trending upward, especially starting the season, especially going against Miami in the first game, a team that's red hot, that's
and they expect big things now.
I still don't get why Tua got played less than Trevor. Still don't get it, but that's here nor there because Tua's accomplished more. He's had a better team these past few years, but Trevor has had 2 winning seasons to the 8 to the 10 total that Jacksonville's organization has ever had.
It's funny you say that. I heard that this morning somewhere. The Jaguars, and that was one of our topics. We'll get to. This is year 29 or 30. They're right at 30 seasons, like 10 winning seasons and 20 losing seasons. I mean, what do you think contributes? I've got one. If you had to put your hand on one thing that you think contributes to the Jaguars having struggled for 30 years, they've basically struggled. Would you agree with it?
We got 3 games tonight. Nice.
Yeah, 3. But I think that's a fair statement. The Jaguars are 30 years old now, basically.
Yeah.
And they've struggled. I've got one theory. If you had to say one thing, and I won't put you on the spot, but one thing is why you think the Jaguars have struggled as a franchise way more than they've prospered. I can go first if you want to think.
I'd like you to go first.
All right.
I might be able to add on to it.
I think the one thing that has hurt the Jaguars maybe the most, and when they first were here and being born, this thing, and it's 2 things, but it goes into one thing, okay, if that makes sense. This thing was considered going to be 2 positives, but it hasn't played out that way. I think one thing that's really hurt the Jaguars, Jacksonville has never become a big-time superstar free agent destination.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Right? The superstars have it. The Randy Mosses and the Tom Brady's, the superstar. Now, let me tell you what. We thought when the Jaguars were born 30 years ago, no income tax, no state income tax, and outdoor grass field.
Yeah.
Those 2 factors, a lot of people, we're talking 93, 94, 95, way back when it started, they go, man, Jacksonville's going to be a nice destination. They're in the state of Florida with no state income tax. That could be big, but I guess what killed that is if you're making $20 million a year and you make 18 if you go to a state that has income tax. 18 versus 20 is still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
The no income tax and the grass field outdoors, a lot of people thought that was going to be a trump card. It hasn't. The Jaguars have never really gotten into being a destination for the free agent. That's one thing I think has held them.
That is definitely, and you know what's so funny about you saying that? Do you remember the show Ballers on HBO?
Yes, I do remember.
I remember them picking fun at Jacksonville because Denzel Washington's son, he's a great actor now.
Okay.
And he's the star receiver on the show, and he's like, "What are they gonna do? Send me to Jacksonville for my career to die?" It's like,
you don't need that publicity.
I was like, "Dang, they just throw the shots like that, man." And you're at a certain point. That's what people thought.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're going to Jacksonville. You're done.
There's a second. I don't know if you have another one you want to add on to that.
Obviously, we've had plenty of terrible draft picks.
See, that's fair. That's fair. Bad players. Yes, bad players, bad management.
Yeah.
Bad coaching, bad player procurement.
Because we probably wouldn't say the leadership areas were completely just out, but they weren't consistent. They weren't consistent.
I thought about that.
And every team's going to have bad draft picks. That's part of it. That's part of you take a gamble, a risk on a guy. I think the Jaguars.
Jacksonville's missed a bunch.
I think Blaine Gabbert was.
Yeah.
For the position, knowing that quarterback is the most important position, Blaine Gabbert was probably up there for being
what
one of the biggest
you're pointing out
hurts.
is a very plausible management, upper management, coaching, GMs. They've had. Gene Smith wasn't good. Caldwell wasn't good.
I know. Yeah.
I'll give you another thing. I think that
I like Del Rio, man. I like Jack Del Rio. I really did.
And he had a run. Stayed a little long, but he had a run. Another thing that hurts Jacksonville, and it goes back to the free agency, and I don't know if there's anything you can do, just the location. And I use Jacksonville from a convention standpoint. Jacksonville's always thought about, maybe we want to build the Prime Osborne and make it a big convention, and it never took off. Jacksonville is in a weird location, and I don't think Jacksonville is never going to be right down the road is Orlando. Right down the road is Tampa. There's Miami. There's New Orleans is not that far.
Yep.
Charlotte, Atlanta. Well, most of those places have NFL franchises. And, I mean, Jacksonville can't get in the mix of a convention mix because those dwarf Jacksonville, right? They're always going to be more set. Miami, Tampa, Orlando. Now, Orlando doesn't have an NFL, but Miami, Tampa, New Orleans, Charlotte, or Atlanta are always going to be more sexy than Jacksonville. Would you agree with that?
They are, but all those spots, because they're so popular, maybe they're a little more expensive to hold a convention.
But you're a 24-year-old football player.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
You've got comparable money between Jacksonville and Atlanta, Jacksonville and Miami, Jacksonville and Tampa.
You got to get an airport in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
you can fly. You can fly.
I think
you can fly.
I think that factors, though.
Come to Jacksonville. Man, I'm so mad we didn't get Jadeveon Clown. But to your point, maybe we wanted him, tried to get him. Nah, I ain't going there.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Fans, I bump into fans all the time. Why didn't the Jaguars sign? Why didn't they? I can't believe they didn't. Well, you can't make a guy sign. No. You may have talked to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the no state income tax and an outdoor grass field. A lot of people thought those two things combined were really going to help. It really has no factor. It had no factor. It really hasn't.
Well, the good thing, the positive that we can cling to now, I think the Jaguars have done a fantastic job by first getting a franchise quarterback, having a progressive, forward-thinking owner. Is he perfect? No, absolutely not. But he's thinking about more than just the football team of helping this city grow, putting his thumbprint. I mean, if he could have paid for everything, he would have, but the NFL doesn't allow him to do so.
Agreed.
I think that's been Trent Baalke. He's still kind of, is his process working?
And this year,
hey, look, 2 winning seasons back to back.
Yeah, 9-8, but that counts.
It counts.
And Baalke, I think this year, Baalke is a lot like I think Trevor Lawrence. At the end of this year, if Lawrence stays healthy and plays the majority, you may not play every game, all 17, but if you play the majority of the games, I think by the end of this year, we will know what Trevor Lawrence is. Yeah. Is he a superstar?
Man, yeah.
Is he a solid? Is he a good? Is he a overrated? And we'll know about Baalke with his picks and things.
I still don't know if we seen a Trevor Lawrence game, where he's just like 5 touchdowns,
just taking it over,
just 5 touchdown passes or 4 touchdown passes, and he's run
what Marino did. What Marino did, or what Elway did, or what Mahomes.
I'm just waiting for him. And don't get me wrong, he's had some good moments, of course, but 2 touchdowns, something you rush a little bit. But I want to see Trevor put a freaking stamp. Hey, when you come here, and that's probably, this is shifting over to present time. We know the bank has not been secured.
No, has it not?
We have shared the code of the bank with a lot of our opponents. So we need to bring the intimidation back.
They're in the vault as much as we are.
Oh my God,
they're in the money vault.
We might be just opening. Hey, we don't want no problems. Go ahead and take it. Take the money. Take the money.
Oh God, they're in the.
We gotta win at home, man. We don't win at home. That's what hurts, man. That will help. That will help a lot. But yeah, to your point, this isn't a destination city. As much as it's growing, as much as we love it,
I was looking
it's never going to be Tampa.
I was looking at when I was putting that topic together. I looked on Google and said, okay, who are the most successful free agent signings in the NFL? Guys that aren't with their first team. If you draft them and keep them, that doesn't count. But meaning a big time player was open to negotiate with everybody. He was a free agent and he chose you. The Randy Mosses of the world and the Tom Brady's, even at his elderly age, Reggie White, right? Signed and went, and Deion Sanders, he was a free agent. He cherry picked where he wanted to go. Those guys, that level of star, and Jacksonville has had years where they've had the money.
Yeah.
It hadn't been, we don't got the money, right? Jacksonville. But that level of guy generally over 30 years has not said, and that could be the final piece, right?
I want to ask you this, to your memory, when the Jags, 99 and on, Mark Brunell, Donovan Darius, Fred Taylor, like those teams in their prime, did they make any other move like, oh gosh, we were so close, we just need to add one more piece?
Yeah, I think they did. I mean, they tried, and they missed a little bit.
Just missed a little bit there.
Bryce Pop,
Okay.
Guys like that. But they went out and signed. Yeah, I mean,
because think about it.
Tom Coughlin and his guys found Mark Brunell.
Okay.
They didn't have to win a bidding war. He was a backup, and somebody saw something in him, and they drafted Fred Taylor.
He wasn't drafted. Mark Brunell wasn't drafted here.
Jimmy Smith and Keenan McCardell were kind of discoveries. So
Jimmy Smith was unbelievable.
But I mean, Coughlin or that group had an eye for talent. Now they did it the frugal way. They had an eye for talent. There wasn't high money on the market. Jimmy Smith was just a guy. Keenan McCardell was a guy. Mark Brunell wasn't even starting.
Right.
But they saw something in Mark Brunell, and it was a really good quarterback for 6 or 7
years. And that's probably
well, they get Brunell from Green Bay. He was just a backup guy. Yeah.
And that's probably a flaw in the way in which Tom Coughlin built things. Of all the great things that he did, he seems to be a guy that was kind of Steve Spurrier-esque of this is my way, this is how we do it, I don't care. A little bit to that. So
especially when he came back as the GM.
Yeah.
The league had changed.
Dude won. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but the league had changed a little bit, you know.
And I'm just to what you're saying there, to have that eye for the talent. Oh, we don't need to spend all that money to get that guy. Oh, blah blah blah. And I get it.
But boy, they hit too. They didn't have a lot of misses. They hit on Fred Taylor.
Yeah.
They hit on Tony Bracken.
Yep.
Kevin Hardy they hit on guys. Obviously, they hit on Tony Baselli.
Right.
Oh
yeah. Right.
But they hit on guys.
Absolutely, they did.
They hit on guys.
But that can be a hindrance of
they cherry picked the Donovan Dariuses they brought in and finished off the defense. They didn't draft him as much.
And maybe I think the franchise didn't. And this is what a lot of franchises do: keep a guy a year too long.
Yeah.
Keep a guy a year too long.
I'll never forget. We'll go to break after this, but I'll never forget during the 49ers run, their heyday, their Montana to Steve Young with Jerry Rice all in that mix and Craig and all. The 49ers had a great feel, 80s through the early 90s. Man, they would have a good team. They would fill it with some veteran guys that were in their 30s, and they would win a Super Bowl. And, buddy, it would be like 2 weeks later, they're cutting guys. And you go, holy cow, Ken Norton Jr. was 34 years old.
Right.
They got their year out of him. They were great about whacking guys and knowing when to. Hey, we got our mileage out of him.
It's business, man. That's what you got to do.
And then they would go do it again.
Yeah.
They would go do it again. That whole Seifert, Walsh group and the front office of that thing, they were good at that. They were good.
I remember reading that book that I was talking about Walsh. His first year, they went 2-14 after they fired the coach previous. That went 2-14, but because he was able to look, every organization has had their sob story.
Yeah.
But they've been able to cling to the vision and build a culture that has the consistency, the eye, the willingness to adapt. And I just think sometimes maybe Jacksonville's gotten a little too tunnel vision, or maybe we just thought that we were better than we were. Maybe they didn't want to spend the money. I don't know. But now
the first, I know we're going along here, but the first go around when the year 2 they almost made the Super Bowl game from the Super Bowl. Same with the Panthers, and then they went playoffs for 4 years in a row. Coughlin and the boys spent money.
They did.
They spent, and it didn't bite them, but they had to pay the price.
Right.
Like 4 years later.
Luxury tax.
They were upside down, and their record reflected that.
That hurts.
And that's how the NFL. That's how the NFL is. Let's take a break. When we come back, one topic I want to make sure we hit. I know the Olympics are not quite over. They'll kind of really wrap up Saturday. I think the women's basketball is Sunday, but the men is Saturday. Patrick, I'm going to have you think about this during the break.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and call the Olympics now. I don't think anything this big is going to happen. Who won the Olympics, and individually, who lost the Olympics? I'm talking Americans. Who won it? And who lost it?
All right.
That's our topic on the other side. Stay with us right here. We're live at Brix Jax Beach. Our Friday home, the Young and Norvelle Show continues.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Brix Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Brix Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Brix Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
All right, back here at Brix Jax Beach. You know by now what a wonderful place. Really, really good sports bar, if that's what you're looking for. Restaurant, indoor, outdoor. They got a fun patio outside. Wonderful place to just hang out. They've got it climate-controlled, misting fans out there. They keep it really comfortable. You know all about the $12.99 ribeye special. I had it earlier today. I posted that picture. I hope you saw it on the Facebook page. I sat down at that bar and had a $12.99 ribeye, and it was good. I don't do it enough, and I really enjoyed it. They've got something going on always here. They'll have music coming up at 6 o'clock, and, of course, they will host a wonderful crowd here tomorrow for the Jaguar ball game. They do a great job with big crowds here as Patrick Young joins us. Pat, non-sports topic to get this second hour started here in a few minutes. I was out and about today, a little business here and there, but I was at 3 or 4 places. There was a real buzz and a stir, and I was going, what's going on? It's like, it almost felt like a big game was in town or something. And you know what it was? I finally dawned on it. Going back to school. Starts Monday, and you could tell people were out, and I saw a lot of parents and kids. I looked around, and
school supplies.
You can see the clothing. They're going to get clothes and school supplies. But school in earnest starts Monday, I think. Monday it starts again.
Some schools started. This Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't get to start the half day on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Start off.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of inconvenient for parents. But
you could feel it kind of. I was out at 4 or 5 places today, businessy places, and I was like, man, what? There's a kind of and I go, it's that going back to school. Yeah. Everybody's getting back in it. So and you know the vacations are pretty much over. I'm going on vacation in a couple of weeks, but the vacations are pretty much over. It's about to be the fall football. I don't want to say grind, but it's go time now.
Yeah, it's fall.
It's go time. It really is.
The college kids are going to be getting out of here pretty soon.
Yeah,
getting back into the mix.
Before we know it, Yeah.
Saturday, baby.
2 weeks from tomorrow, college football starts for real. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
For real.
By the way, our next show will be in Gainesville. This Monday.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
This coming Monday, our next show right here, the Young and Norvelle Show, will be in Gainesville. And we want to thank our title sponsor that's helping us get over there and do our show before the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill 3rd anniversary this coming Monday, the 12th. We want to thank Florida Power Equipment. My buddy Dave Farmer does a great job. 2 locations of Florida Power Equipment. If you're in the need for a zero-turn mower, large mower, medium-sized, small, anything to do with outdoors, if you've got a garden, if you've got a field, if you've got a yard, residential, commercial property, and you need to take care of it, edging, weeding, anything like that, mowers, they carry the best lines, Bad Boy, and, of course, the Greenworks, and they just do a great job. They're authorized dealers for all the leading manufacturers. Florida Power Equipment, the title sponsor that's getting us over there. 2 locations. You can find one in Jacksonville on Beach Boulevard, and also there's a location in Gainesville as well. Dave has great brand new stuff right on the floor in both locations for outdoor equipment. I want to get on one of those. I've never been on one of those zero-turn mowers.
Oh, yeah, those things are awesome.
Just look fun to get on
they
and
look
ride.
Fun. They are fun, yeah.
You know?
They make, oh, man, my grass not growing any faster. Come on.
Have you seen time-lapse photos, like a big field and somebody that really knows how to drive one of those mowers, and they'll cut?
I think I've seen it for a baseball field before.
Yeah. I've seen those. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The people that really know what they're doing and how to cut grain and make it. And, man, you can sit there and watch for hours when they mow the grass.
There's a freaking video game for cutting grass.
They do? They have one?
There's a video game for mowing grass.
I would watch it. I would watch it.
It's unbelievable, Terry.
Is it for speed and all?
No, I think it's I don't know who decided to make this and how they make money off of it, but there's people.
Yeah, lawnmower simulator.
Lawnmower simulator. There we go.
But seriously,
any chance you can find a video of that, Zach? So
exactly.
I've watched it before, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
But if you ever watch a video of a mower just mowing through high grass.
Oh, it's cool.
It's mesmerizing.
And they just,
am I nuts about that?
Spitting that grass out.
Am I nuts about it? It's mesmerizing.
Dude,
then you get a guy.
We got a good game going on right here, Sarah. We have French and Belgium facing off here in the final.
Who will play the United States?
Who will end up playing the United States. And France was down by 15 at least, and now they're about to hold on to this lead with 28.5 seconds left. So
they're playing in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, be a chance here for France to men's and women's to be in the final game.
On their home floor?
Against the United States.
Against the United States on their home floor.
On their home floor.
Oh, boy. By the way, for people that don't know, and I had to look it up, the United States tomorrow, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
3 o'clock tip with France. And it's so weird how this has all happened. Tomorrow, unless the United States just starts blowing them out, there'll be more viewers to watch the men's gold medal game tomorrow because they almost lost yesterday.
Oh, my God. Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't even look at it probably if they blew out yesterday.
Oh, you still watch. I think you still watch.
A little bit.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be.
I think the
casual. Now tied. Belgium is now tied it up.
I think, 66 all. I think the casual fan, like we did on the show, got caught up yesterday. And I think a lot of casual fans are going, holy cow, if the Americans almost got beat yesterday, are they going to win tomorrow? And I think a lot of people are going to tune in.
Man, Serbia played the best game they could have, man. But crazy, they were like 16 of 30 or 19 of 30 from the three-point line to start the game. 0 for 9 in the fourth quarter.
Wait a minute. They hit 19
They hit
threes?
a ridiculous amount of threes.
Wow.
0 for 9 in the fourth quarter.
At the end, when it mattered. And
it's Henry Winkler.
I'm not.
The Fonz.
The Fonz was there?
He's on TV.
Oh, there he
is.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm not going to say it doesn't matter to the Americans, the NBA players, but, they showed something yesterday.
Yeah.
It would have been easy just to go, we're NBA players and we're down 17, we're down 14. That was a hell of a fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a fourth quarter.
Oh my gosh,
it was a gut check.
It was amazing.
It was a gut check.
That was such a good game to follow. It was epic, man, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Seeing how they fought back, who was going to step up. But that's what I like. The U.S. they ended up relying on their alphas.
No.
LeBron James, still alpha. Yep. Anthony Edwards. I love Anthony Edwards, but his time will come. His time's going to come.
His time will come.
I think there's still a lot for him to learn.
His time will come.
As great as he is, oh, this is my team, blah, blah, blah. I mean, dude, why?
Yeah.
He's not.
He didn't need to say
that. He's not playing defense as well.
That was a young guy popping off in front of a microphone.
Joel Embiid was fantastic yesterday, and then
he's catching hell at this crowd, though.
Oh yeah,
this French crowd's giving him hell about not playing.
But they
can't.
You can't boo while they they can do whatever they want. But
yeah.
Oh, they missed a game-winning three. Oh, they missed an opportunity to win that game wide open.
We going to overtime?
They need a three-pointer. Yeah,
going to overtime. As we break, we talked a little yesterday, but it was kind of cool the way the U.S. game played out, particularly with our show and our time. We put our show together yesterday with our rundown, and we had probably way down here, U.S. men's semifinal Serbia, and we were going to talk about it. It dominated the show because we were about to watch a massive Olympic moment. It's not an Olympic moment now because the United States won and they were supposed to win. And okay, nobody will talk about that 3 years from now, right? But we were so close, and our show became the U.S. semifinal game yesterday.
Sure did.
Because if U.S. had lost, you'd talk about that for the ages.
We were great with color.
You were great.
We were great with color. You were great with color. We did a great job of color.
No, you were great. No, you were great.
You didn't get a better. If you weren't watching it on TV and you were turned into the Young and Norvelle show, you were getting the best color commentary.
It was fun
of your life.
It was fun.
I mean,
all right, Pat, let's take a break. If you want to go get some sunshine, right?
I might grab some sun.
Grab some vitamin D.
It was some clouds out there, so
I need
to get some direct.
I don't see
UV.
It's popping out. So
are you putting on sunscreen daily? A facial?
No, but if I know I'm in it, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a 70 or 85 guy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got to.
I love the sun, and I get in the sun, and I think the sun has great value, but I respect the sun.
Got to, right?
You better.
Listen, man. You nuts out there that say
you better.
Well, you nuts out there saying that it's not the sun. Are first off, yes, of course the sun is. We need the sun. Too much of the sun will kill you.
Yeah, if you drink too much water, you'll die.
Exactly. Yes, for sure. We need to be cautious that the chemicals we're using.
I'm all about the sun. I like to have a little color on my skin. I'm about vitamin D. I think the sun is therapeutic and healing. But no, I respect the sun.
Heat stroke, dehydration. I mean, come on.
Oh, and what about what was the event? Oh, that crazy, what did they call it? The 135 in Death Valley we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, the Death Valley event that you have to
triathlon.
Yeah, you got to get invited to.
And the training girl said she puts on heat suits and runs. And I'm like, you're going to try and fry your brain, honey.
Yeah.
That's a brain fry.
Yeah, you're going to try and fry your brain.
It will. Hey, 1 hour down, 1 to go. We'll kick off the second half on the other side. A lot to get to, including, oh, boy, the Atlanta Braves. I think the beginning of the end has started for the Braves.
It's a slow drip.
Oh, it is. It's been a tough year for the Braves, really on the injury front. That and a whole lot more. Who won the Olympic Games? We want to get back to that. I've got my thoughts. I want your thoughts. Individual Americans. Somebody won, somebody lost. Who do you think? I've got mine. We want to hear from you on the chat. It's the Young and Norvelle Show from Brix Jax Beach.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Brix Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Brix Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Brix Jax Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
It looks like we're going to have a France versus USA men's and women's gold medal matchup as the French women are trying to hold on in overtime to beat Belgium. Obviously, the United States and France will meet tomorrow in the men's side as we welcome back Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you here on a Friday from Brix Jax Beach. Some news I want to get to real quick before we get to the who do you think has won the Olympics and who do you think has lost? Is this a little dig? And I get it. He deserves to come back and be recognized because he did lead his team to a NCAA football championship. But is this a dig? Jim Harbaugh set to be honorary captain at Michigan's opener.
Yeah.
After the NCAA has knocked him down for 4 years, show cause. He'll never coach in college again, and they know that. Is that a Harbaugh dig?
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's a chance, but like
he's never going back to college.
Yeah, I know, right? What did he say did you see what did he say in the press conference? Because I know he addressed it.
I think even Michigan people would agree. Harbaugh's one of those guys. He just grates on you. He just gets under your skin, you know. I don't even think Jim Harbaugh likes Jim Harbaugh all the time. Does that make sense? All the time. But that's got to be a little possibility. That's got to be a little dig. Okay, real quick, I want to get this out. The women won. American women won the gold today. The 4x100. Richardson really anchored that thing, and they won. The women, United States women basketball, they play for the gold on Sunday. That is one event that's happening on Sunday. They're trying to spread it out. Obviously, the men are on Saturday, and they play on the same court. And so the women are playing for basketball gold on Sunday. The U.S. men, and you chronicled it, the U.S. men lost the 4x100 with a bad exchange. They got disqualified. Should have won it, but, yeah, they've had baton issues 11 times since 95. Not good.
11 times.
Not good.
Issues, yeah.
And 95, yeah, but they play every 4 years. So
right.
Man.
I know it's something with them not getting enough reps or something, how they decide
what
the
it
team,
is.
but
what it is.
Yeah.
What it is. I want to get back to our little topic here as we open up the second hour. on a Friday from Brix. Who do you think has won? You know what I mean by won the Olympics?
Katie Ledecky.
And lost the Olympics. Okay, you say Katie Ledecky has won the Olympics. Who do you think has lost the Olympics?
Sha'Carri Richardson. Well,
okay,
I'll take that back just because she finished well in the.
And you know what I mean by
relay.
win and lose, not necessarily gold and didn't win.
Well, Simone Biles, maybe Simone Biles. I think Simone.
Who do you think lost the Olympics?
Between Katie Ledecky, Simone more so in winning because of what happened in Tokyo, and if she still got it, blah blah blah. She solidified that she is the GOAT. Losing the Olympics, gosh.
And we're saying Americans here.
Americans,
yeah. Because you could easily say Paris or the Seine River.
Seine River. I know, right?
They're still dropping like flies out of that river.
Before you said that was my first thought. I was going to say Paris. Who has lost the Olympics? Let me think. Events, swimming.
While you're thinking, I'll give you mine. This is all opinion. I think the winner of the Olympics was Simone Biles. I think she won the Olympics. All things, the gold, the public perception.
She's got a great personality.
Her smile's this big. She lights up a room. Yeah. She's likable. She's lovable.
Her husband, her relationship with him, great.
27 years old, the age thing, the mental battle. I would say Simone Biles won the Olympics, and I would say lost the Olympics is Noah Lyles. I think Noah Lyles has come off as a little, and I get he tested positive for COVID. I hear he was in a wheelchair the other day. Oh, wow. He's been a little bit of a sore loser. That's where I'm going with it.
Well, he trash talks a lot. I think.
And he didn't win his event.
Yeah.
His is the 200.
Yeah, the 200.
That's his event.
Yeah.
I would go Simone Biles, Noah Lyles.
But he won his heat. Like, if he would have been healthy, he would have won. Yeah. Because if you saw him win his heat to get in, you're like, oh, my gosh, this is his event.
And I'm not going to question his COVID, but I'm going to question his COVID.
Really?
Was it a crutch in case?
No, man.
I don't think so. But why do I think that?
Because he talks so much crap. I think without a doubt he wants to back it up. Like, I don't know how he would have handled if he didn't have COVID. Yeah. And actually lost.
Yeah.
That would have been like for sure.
Did you give me a loser though? So are you going Simone Biles as well? Winner?
I see where you're at. No, I'm gonna go Sha'Carri just because of how she handled winning the 100.
She didn't handle it well.
She didn't handle it well.
You can't not go talk to the press after you spent 2 or 3 years chasing down the press.
I'm the GOAT.
My redemption tour.
You get tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
And again,
that's a good one to go.
I always go back to, hey, take the money. If Nike wants to pay you and all this other stuff, but understand, you are creating and manufacturing an immense amount of weight. There already is. You already got the country on your back, but now they are expecting it.
Yeah.
If you're calling yourself the best, redemption, I'm going to win, blah, blah, blah.
I agree.
You got to face you have to face the media after. Because I think it still does give you an avenue to show you're a human being.
Yeah.
And to say, hey, I just didn't have it today or something. Like her being here and still getting a medal, it's still part of her redemption story, but she did not handle that well at all.
No, I was disappointed. And we talked about that. I was disappointed, and she did not face the media. Had she won, she would have ran to the media room.
Yeah.
And
gosh.
She would still, and that's how a lot of athletes are. She would still be there talking to the camera. Her
and Angel Reese are very similar.
Yeah.
They do not do well when their emotions are in a good place.
Overall, and we've had fun with this. I truly mean this topic I brought up a couple weeks ago, though. Why would you want to host the Olympics? One of the big losers is Paris, and I think the host city generally has so much. There's always negative stuff. And the damn river.
Yeah.
The river. And France has always had they're not the most hygienic country in the world.
Right.
That's always been,
it's kind of,
and then this river thing, though, I mean, people are dropping like flies.
Airball.
And they're triathletes swimming in the river. Did you hear? I brought this up the other day. I didn't know this. I read this. Did you know that it has been illegal for a century
to swim
in that river? Illegal I guess they use it for transportation and all, but it's been illegal. But they put $1 billion to clean it up, and the mayor of Paris swam in it. But triathletes are dropping like flies.
Are they really? They're a lot of. They're all getting sick. Everyone that is swimming that water.
Gastro, stomach, intestinal.
Because you can't help but when you're swimming,
you're always going to gulp water.
You're going to gulp. It's getting inside of you, and it doesn't take much. It literally a sip. That very, when you finish a drink and you hear your straw making that sound, that little bit is enough to make you sick. If it's got the wrong stuff in it. So, and look, this. I'm not a biologist, not a scientist, but I have the sense to think that that river should. I wouldn't swim in the St. John's.
No.
Yeah, and it's probably way better than the Senior
And the
River.
St. John's went totally through the same thing. It went totally through the same thing. For years, it was legal to dump pollution into the rivers. It was legal.
No foul. It's
but,
over.
I bet it was legal to drop it, not just the St. John's. That was okay until about the late 70s.
It should have always been illegal.
And they stopped that in the St. John's River. I'm with you. I would never set foot in the St. John's River. I've never liked rivers or lakes. I don't like stagnant water. I like the water that moves. I like a pool.
Yeah,
I want a pool or that ocean.
Because now
I don't like stagnant water. To me, that's gross.
Because you got to think, and this is something that I remember, just the runoff of the fertilizer that people put in their grass. It can poison the fish. The fish aren't like you can catch like this little one of those man-made ponds in the of my neighborhood. It's fun to catch the fish, but you don't eat the fish. You just catch them and you let them back. It's just like a fun
Is this
thing.
over yet?
This is over.
So France
took care of business.
So it'll be U.S.-France tomorrow, men gold medal game. U.S.-France Sunday women's gold medal. U.S. should
Terry's
win both.
gonna watch.
U.S. should win both.
Hey, we should have a watch party at your place.
Okay, have it at your place.
Yeah, we can do it in the backyard.
I'll meet there.
Actually, no, we do it inside. It's too hot.
Yes. Is this France on
First
the men's
time in history?
France on the men's side is not a surprise. I don't know about the women, but France was one of the 2 or 3 contenders for the U.S. Right?
Yeah.
On the.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They've got 5 NBA players to start. I think
they have a really good team.
Yeah. They don't have 5 stars, I don't think. But they have 5 guys that play in the NBA. No. Wemby and
Wemby
Gobert are
Nando DeColo. He's
Wemby and Gobert are. Wemby is going to be Gobert's. I don't know if he'll ever be a star, but Gobert's a really good player.
He's always going to be in that
guy,
that all defense, that defensive team.
Yeah,
because he's not an offense, and it's fine. Like I would happily never become a 3-point shooter if it meant that I was going to make over $100 million in my career. Are you kidding me?
Sure.
Block shots, rebound, finish dunks.
Sure.
Play defense.
Sure. I will say this. I'll parrot what I said yesterday. Watching the United States eke out the win yesterday. France was already advanced, right? France was already in the gold medal game. If I was France yesterday, I would have had a pretty good chance I'm going to play the United States on Saturday, okay? But if I was France yesterday, I would not have wanted that type of win by the United States.
I know.
I would have rather wanted the United States win by 35.
You see how fired up they are at the end of that game?
You know what I mean? Would you agree with that, though?
Oh,
if I was France watching that game yesterday, knowing I was probably going to play the U.S., I'd rather the U.S. have won yesterday by 35.
Yeah.
And just maybe we can catch them sleeping on Saturday. Maybe we can catch them thinking about getting on the plane. Maybe we can catch them calling home and saying, okay, I know we've been over here a while, right? But with them getting pushed, and I hope I could be wrong, but with them getting pushed, I think the United States may go behind the woodshed with them. Right? You think?
Yeah.
You think?
Put them over their knee.
Yeah. Yeah. They
hey,
might.
Man, France getting the first place gold or the first place silver, second place.
No, not bad.
That's still
not
pretty
bad.
good.
And it really does. This whole thing, seeing Serbia, France, Canada's good.
Germany's good.
All the players abroad that are on NFL rosters. It is really neat to see how, if you think about it, how quickly the game of basketball has gone international. We're talking 25 years.
To your point, we talked about this a while back. 4 French players in the first round this year.
Absolutely, they dominated. French players dominated the NBA draft, but the NFL, is going, man.
Yeah,
they have done. The NFL's been trying to permeate internationally 50 years, and they're not happy with where they're at. Their footprint is nowhere near as big as they thought.
No
basketball.
Yeah, look,
if you think about NBA, the late 80s, the
there's
NBA
an NBA sponsor league in Africa now.
Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Basketball has really, really exploded internationally. And the United States is probably going to win tomorrow. You still have guys running around that think, well, let me tell you something. The NBA, if they send the best of the best, it's going to be a slaughter. Those days are over, boys. Those days are over. There may be a slaughter here and there, but the rest of the world, and it's a population thing too.
Yeah,
if enough people play your sport, you're going to have a choice of good guys. That's why 8A high school football beats 1A.
Right, exactly.
They have 4,000 students to pick 100 good ones.
4,000 versus 100 or
200 to pick 20 good ones.
Yeah.
They're not born. Miami Northwestern players aren't born with a football DNA. There's just 4,500 of them in their school. And you're going to find numerically, China has 1 point whatever billion people. You're probably going to find some good athletes.
That's so true.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
Did you see as we go to break?
China's really good in a lot of sports.
I saw an article about the Olympics. They they put a weighted situation on it, and they said you got to have a minimum of 10 medals, so to make it fair. But if you went by per capita medal winning, the United States, which is number one right now, we've won more medals, and we're just edging China for gold medals as well. But we won.
We're tied with them right now.
If you did that poll, that ranking by per capita, meaning population, United States would be 9th.
Wow,
9th. We've got
350 million, something like that,
ish. And we have a medal won per every 3 million. And if you bust it out, like Netherlands and some of these places would win the per capita gold, because we've got are we that much better, or do we just have a lot more people?
Have a lot more people.
And a lot of countries, they prohibit certain
sports
part of their population from even participating.
Right, yeah.
There are a lot of countries that women can't participate, so they have no women medals to count. Right. It's interesting to look at it like that.
That's so true. Didn't think about that aspect.
Let's take a break here. Patrick Young's hanging out. We're here until 6 o'clock at Brix Jax Beach. You know by now, our Friday home. Monday, we are at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. We have 2 seats left at our tables. We have 2 tables. You can sit with us. You'll get a copy of Patrick's book. It's basically sold out. We've got a great dinner time at 7:15. We do our show 4 to 6. Book signing 6 to 7. We go in. There'll be tons, including Coach Spurrier. Obviously, you'll get FaceTime with Coach Spurrier. Selfies are included. And can you imagine how many Gators, past and present, will be there Monday night wishing Coach a happy 3rd anniversary? If you want to be part of it, we have 2 seats left at our 2 tables. Reach out to me, and I'll let you know how we can get you squared away. Monday, we're going to have a big time in Gainesville. Join us. Boy, what an ultimate Gator prize and early Christmas present that can be. Let's take a break. It is the Young and Norvelle Show, winding up hour number 2, heading into the weekend, coming to you from Brix Jax Beach.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Brix Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Brix Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Brix Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Patrick Young is mesmerized as we're welcoming you back to Brix Jax Beach, our Friday home, and we're watching Olympics and having a good time. It's a fun atmosphere here, by the way. It just feels like Friday, doesn't it? So we're watching all the Olympic stuff going on. There's men's wrestling going on, and Patrick, you're mesmerized, as I am, about some of the positions these men find themselves in.
They're so strong, man.
I'm going to leave it at that.
This is one I would only watch. This is only a watcher for me. Never, you got those sports where you're like, maybe I could. No, too close. Way too much contact. Way too much body on body touching. Too much.
Just awkward positions that I don't think we're going to be clean and politically correct. Men shouldn't find themselves in those types of positioning.
Hey, I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning everything.
And good for these guys. Somebody's going to win a gold medal, but if I have to do that to him, I don't even know
if I should even bring it. I'll try to make this note. I just remember
keep it clean.
I remember seeing, because in high school, sometimes girls are wrestling too. So this poor boy had to wrestle with the girl. And let's just say he's going through that change in his life where he's becoming a man.
I know where you're going.
There was something that was declaring his excitement of that in the wrestling match.
By the way, if you're like you said in high school, I think that can happen, or even I guess in college or here. That's a lose-lose for the guy if you're wrestling a female, right? I mean, you can't win, can you?
It's like Coach Donovan would always say, you're going up against a nameless, faceless opponent. It doesn't matter what they do.
We got to get out of this. But, man, I tell you what, these two guys are going at it. Some guy from the U.S. and some guy from Japan.
I remember that guy from Swamp People. Oh, man, did you ever watch that show, Swamp People?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Oh, man, he's the best.
Every show seemed like a guy shooting an alligator in the head with a rifle. Was that every show?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, gotta get that one right there, boy. Gotta get him. You got grub, boy.
Is that your Cajun?
I mean, it's hard because I gotta move my mouth over here.
Do you ever think
though? Tongue in there.
Watching that show, and I've watched it a few times, and the same with the duck guys. I think they would go out in the swamps too. They would be filming those shows, and they're out alligator hunting and stuff, Patrick. And well, you like me, there's alligators everywhere, and you're like, what happens if that boat capsizes?
Lunch meat.
That ain't good.
Well, usually they were catching them when when they're trying to get them in the boat after they shoot
I
them?
just mean if boats sink every once in a while.
True. But they get them in the boat, and then obviously they kill them before, and usually they had them in a hook, like they would set those bait things, and they. But yeah, I mean, I would hate to be in one of those waters, and would you swim in the Seine, I think Seine, or in a backwater river in Louisiana?
What was that? This is terrible. I don't even want to bring it up, but what was that? There was one of these. It was very famous and I guess infamous plane crashes that went down like in the Everglades. Might have been the early 90s. And
in the Everglades, wow.
Went down. It was made the news and all. And, obviously tough to get to and get out and all, but they still sent people in, and they you can track stuff. And there were several of the deceased people that they could kind of tell they survived the crash, but they got eaten by alligators.
Oh, man.
Which is not fair.
Oh.
Is that not fair? How unfair is that?
You gotta be two things.
I mean, dude. Okay, somehow I've survived a plane crash, and I'm gonna get killed by an alligator. I mean, that is so unfair. Is it not?
I'd rather just have gone with the plane crash and not get eaten alive.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you don't.
Can you imagine this, Patrick? And you look up and go, okay, I'm at it. Right. I survived a plane.
It's
terrible.
like, I'm sure they don't always get your head. They grab whatever they can. And they grab you, they spin.
It's not a quick.
They break that leg or whatever, that arm, and they pull you under the water.
Ugh.
They don't go head first. The alligators grab what they can.
I don't think
they
go
don't
quick
let go.
either. It's not a quick go, is it?
No, it's not a quick go.
Oh, hey, did you see? There were 2 preseason games last night, and there's a bunch tonight, and there's some Saturday, including the Jaguars, blah blah blah, and Sunday. Last night was a perfect example of the NFL probably, until they figure something out at the quarterback position, the NFL probably can't expand anytime soon.
No, they can't.
Here were some of your quarterbacks
numbers
in the 2 games. Like
how was Drake May?
Just their names. Did
he go yet?
And I'm not doing great. Drake May, we know. Okay, here's some of the names of the guys that played and will be holding clipboards to tell you how bereft, is that the word? The NFL is of deep quarterbacks. I don't know if that's a word, but it's
lacking.
Lacking.
You might be right. That could be the word, but sure.
Jack Plummer played.
Something
named, not Jake Plummer.
Okay, man, I didn't.
Jack Plummer.
Brother?
Something named Jake Luton played.
Named Jake.
A guy who actually started. Luton's probably started a couple games. Bailey Zappi played. He started the game or two. I think he was for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett is still in the league. He took snaps.
Go Gators.
Something named Nate Sudfield. I mean, these are guys, and I get it. You're holding your starters out. But
is Hendon Hooker not healthy enough to get some reps in?
No. I didn't. I'm saying he's to be determined. He may be good.
Yeah.
Drake may be good. These are guys that if you tried to expand, where are you going to get? There's not enough quality quarterbacks for 32 franchises. You would get guys like this. Who would go pay? And this also tells you why the NFL can't support spring football. These would be your quarterbacks. Who would pay to see these quarterbacks in spring?
Oh, my gosh.
A spring league.
Yeah, the spring league. Jacoby Brissett's the best one of the bunch, and it's like, okay, you know what he is. You know what Jacoby is. He's not a star. He is the he's the best backup you can have. And he's going to start. He's starting
he
for.
Might
is he
start
back with the
somewhere.
Patriots?
He might. God Almighty.
He's back with the Patriots, right?
Are these guys still doing whatever they are doing?
Yeah.
Are they still doing what they're doing on this?
Doing what they're doing, playing adult snuggles.
I'm not gonna
snuggle fest. They're playing adults.
Patrick,
I could go without watching the sport. I could go without.
All they need, you need to bring those guys right there. Your little snuggie that you were wearing the other day. Your little
snuggie.
Snuggie.
It was a sheet.
It was a snuggie, wasn't it?
Oh man. I used to have one.
Man, these guys. I'm not going to say this is almost crossing the line. The positions they're getting in, but all they need is this type of music. Down. Zach, you know where we're going with this? Zach, don't turn on the TV.
And at that point, Zach,
don't turn on the TV in the studio.
I'd be leaving.
What exactly could you potentially describe the position that they're in?
What is this? No, I'm not going to describe. Greco-Roman wrestling or whatever? Is that what it is? I don't know.
These men have very tight leotards on.
Actually, Zach, I can describe it.
Is one in a dominant position and one in a
Zach, I can describe it. Here's what
Okay.
we're watching. Two little wrestler guys. They are in every position that two human bodies could potentially get into. Would you? Right?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Basically, any position, pretzel, that two human bodies can get into. And it's hard to watch. And Patrick pointed out to me, and I can't stop watching it now.
Yeah, and it's funny. What I've learned about wrestling, usually the guys that are higher seeded, they don't lose. And our American, who's the number 1 seed, he's about to lose here.
Great.
There's not enough time. It's over.
That is great. Is that it?
So
Yeah.
he did not
How
in
do
the
people
dominating
not
position.
get really seriously injured playing this sport?
So he got beat 20-12. Is that a blowout in that sport?
That's a big score.
That is a blowout.
Because I watched some other wrestling a few days ago, and it was not.
Oh, did
that's
you?
a lot of points.
Oh, did you? Zach, oh, did you? Now, was anybody else home while you were watching that?
Oh, my gosh.
Patrick?
Do you like gladiator movies?
Yes, exactly. I'm just going to say I'm glad this sport is over right now.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, Zach, they were in any position, pretzel, and any position you could think that two human bodies could pretzel into. They were in these multiple times, right? And at some point, somebody did something good because the referee would say 1 point. 1 point, right?
Hate to be the judge.
Hey,
the judge, they got the worst job.
I remember talking to our baseball buddy, and we'll get back with him. He's on long vacation, Cade Kistner. And I told Cade about 3 weeks ago before his vacation, I said, Cade, I'm predicting the Braves are done. They won't make the playoffs. He goes, no, they'll make the playoffs. The Braves are scuffling, man.
Are they still in the third wild card spot?
They're hanging on to the third wild card spot, and they haven't been there all year, basically. And now, Patrick, for the first time probably since the first month of the season, they are in third place in the standings. The Mets are ahead of them now. Braves have lost 5 in a row. They're done. It was just not their year, man. What a bad year of injuries.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Oh.
To lose it's one thing to lose Acuna, but to lose your starter, your ace.
Strider before the season.
Lose your ace, man. Was it Tommy John?
I think it was. Yeah. His second. But yeah, it's been a real tough. So the Braves have lost 5 in a row. They're going the wrong way, and they have
5 in a row.
They have another game with the Brewers, who are in first place, who are about to sweep them. And Patrick, I pointed this out. They've got this nasty. Their final big road trip, they head west. They've got 10 games out west in 10 days. Come back with a day off and face Philadelphia.
Oh man,
and they're doing all this
at home.
They got Philly at home at least. But yeah, the Braves. If you're a Brave fan, and most of my friends that are Brave fans, they've given up hope. They've given up hope. And I think they did a smart thing. The Braves didn't, when the trade deadline rolled around a week or so ago, whenever that was, a couple weeks ago, they didn't paranoid and make moves and lose prospects.
Yeah.
Why lose prospects?
Yeah.
Even if you made a move, lost a couple of prospects, got in the playoffs, and got destroyed in the first round, is that worth your future? So I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't as well.
I'm really glad they
outlier
did.
of a year for them, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
They still got their core. They're still remotely young, but gosh, man, Acuna getting another 8.
I'll tell you, wonder how many more major injuries he can have and still come back at his level.
I don't remember his first injury, but the second one was so bad. I mean, he just was about to go, then not go, and then his knee gave out.
And I want to point this out as we go to break. We'll come back and wrap the show up here from Brix. We talked a little bit about it. Tomorrow, we should have the most anticipated, most covered pitcher-batter battle that we've had all year. Tomorrow, the Pittsburgh Pirates are at the Dodgers. The Pirates on the West Coast at the Dodgers. Tomorrow, Paul Skeens is scheduled to go against the Dodgers. First time in a regular season game, as I understand it. He'll go against Ohtani.
Mookie Betts isn't back yet.
I don't think he's quite back
yet from his wrist.
But the story is a real game, not the All-Star game.
Right.
The All-Star game, they faced each other, but that's cute. All-Star game's cute, and he pitched 1 inning. But Skeens is scheduled to face the Dodgers and Ohtani tomorrow. That'll be huge. That'll be fun to watch. And hopefully they face each other 4 times.
Yeah.
Skeens will stay in the game. And there's talk Ohtani has been throwing and he wants to pitch next year. Man, I don't know. With the year he's having at the plate, do you even mess with that? but he wants to, they say. They say he's throwing it like 85% now.
85%?
They say he's throwing at 85%.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. But
wow,
man,
look at these nuts doing that milk crate challenge. Yeah, idiots. There were just 3 guys that did the milk crate challenge and made it, though.
What is the milk crate challenge? What do you have to do?
It's a pyramid of milk crates or those little plastic bat thing, and you try to go across them. It's really stupid, Terry.
Yeah, who thinks of that? Is this
like it's the last one is like 8? The one in the middle is like 8 high.
Good Lord, we got 2 more guys doing things I don't like. And
we're not done.
And what are they wearing?
Wait, there's more. They're wearing.
What are they wearing?
Leotards, mantards.
Oh, Zach! What are we going to do?
The guy on the left looks heavier than the guy on the right.
I noticed the same thing.
Yeah.
What's the weight
Maybe the guy on the right's taller.
Yeah, because the one guy's skinny and the one guy's
57 kilograms.
Chunky.
Hey Siri.
I think that's called a bear.
How many pounds?
When the one is bigger than the other.
57 kilograms.
That's the bear, yeah.
Say that again, Zach. You're quiet. We can't hear you real good.
Yeah, the when there's a bigger guy, he's the bear. You know what I mean?
He's
That's what
the
they
bear?
call him.
You said the bear. I wish you
Yeah,
hadn't said that. I could have done without that now.
Well, no, you made me.
120,
You made sure I said it louder. Even.
Hey, Zach, I now, after what we've seen here and what you just said, I can't see that.
See it.
That's oh no. Let's take a break and wrap this thing up, man. I tell you, this
plane.
This plane has gotten loose and fun on a Friday. That's the way they're supposed to be. Hey, and don't forget, folks, it's a sports show. We're not splitting the atom here. It's a sports show. 1 segment left. We'll come back, take a round the block look at stuff going on today, tomorrow, this weekend, and next week as we are closing in on real football, folks. 1 segment left. The Young and Norvelle show comes back from Brix Jax Beach after this timeout.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Brix Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Brix Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Brix Jax Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Oh, some of the things that happened during the break, folks. Welcome back. He is Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. Glad you're with us here. We wrap up the week. It was both of us, but how bad? And Zach, you know, you've produced the whole show today. We started seeing these men's wrestling here in the Olympics, and the positions and the moves they've been getting into is kind of giving Patrick and me the creeps a little bit. Can we say that?
Yes.
And Zach, you've heard it, and also there's been about 3 segments in a row that we've kind of cringed watching. Unfortunately, the men get in these positions, but so we go to break. And no sooner did we go to break a moment ago, Patrick, innocently enough, goes, "Hey, look, there's women wrestling on the other TV." And we're all going, "Yes, we're down with that, man."
Yeah. No awkwardness.
No.
Cringe.
And
now we got two guy wrestlers now.
So I looked up to the TV. Patrick said, "Hey, wait a minute,
over there.
There's women." And I'm like,
I watched that match earlier.
Hey, and I'm like, yeah. And it ended though.
Yeah.
We only got like 30 seconds of it. Holy cow. I'd say those women will tease you now.
Yeah.
Those women are known to tease you. See there? You see there, Zach? Yeah, keep an eye on them women, Zach.
I do see. I'm surprised that the women's game didn't I'm surprised it's the men's game that didn't end prematurely, and it was the women's game that ended prematurely. It's usually the opposite of the way. I'm talking about wrestling.
Zach, number one, you're not that funny. Where'd you get that line? Who told you that line?
I'm literally talking about wrestling. I don't understand. I'm not
okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
And the American girl that won, she was cute.
Yeah.
She was cute.
No, probably don't worry about makeup on when you're wrestling.
That's not fair,
man,
though.
Look, cauliflower ear, man.
I know, but that's not fair. We've seen 45 minutes of these men doing things, contorting their body. We got to see 30 seconds of the women. It's not fair.
I know.
See, that's just not fair.
It's just not fair.
It is not.
So there's no coverage of any other women's sport? Well, it's probably too late now.
Yeah. So, what do we have? Did anybody ever figure out boxing? Is boxing even in the Olympics this year? I mean, boxing was such a marquee sport. Have you seen, Zach? Has anybody seen boxing? Is it in? I'm being serious. Is it in? You know, you have to have participation by enough countries. You know, that's how that works.
Oh, really?
You know, softball and baseball aren't in it.
Oh, that's why.
You think about it. You haven't seen Olympic softball or baseball. And the IOC does a formula of the sports have to permeate the world enough. I think baseball comes back or either softball, but have you thought about that?
I didn't think about that. I didn't think that's the reason. Yeah.
So I guess the country, I guess the world is breakdancing at a high clip.
Yeah.
Right?
There's probably not any much softball overseas.
But they've had it as a, what do you call it? A trial sport before, I think, but I don't think it's ever been a gold medal. But baseball was a medal sport.
It's a sport that takes a lot more to get going. You need land, other than like soccer. You don't need a lot of space. You need a field, or at least items that you can bring out to use as plates and home base. You need a bat. You need multiple balls. You need gloves. And And to what you said earlier, there's a lot of countries that don't let women do anything.
Don't let women,
outside of just child, make babies.
That makes sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw out a trivia question here, just for the fun of it. It's a this date in sports history, kinda, but I'm gonna give you a decade within 10 years, before or after. And I just wanted to get this out. I saw this morning and thought it was kind of interesting. Baseball question. Okay, within 10 years, and I think I would have missed this. This date in Major League Baseball history, this was the first time, and there were only 8 games back in this time, 8 total, 16 teams, 8 games. Today in baseball history was the first time all 8 Major League Baseball games were played at night.
Okay.
Within 10 years, I'll give you either side. I think I would have missed it. This one surprised me. All 8 of the games scheduled in this year in baseball history on this day were played under the lights.
When was that?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, when? What year?
What year within 10? You can go 10 below, right? See where I'm going? I would have missed this, I think. I would have missed this.
2000.
Incorrect. You would have gotten
70s.
You would have gotten 2010 or 1990. Yeah. Zach, do you have any idea? I would have missed this.
I'm going to assume that this is because they were trying to get as many games on TV as possible. So I'm going to say it was like in the 1950s.
I need a number, Zach.
1955 to go in the middle. There we go.
55 gets you either 65
or 45.
Or 45.
Yeah, 45 to 65, yeah.
And it was 1946.
Okay.
I would have
there goes Zach.
Right in the wheelhouse. There you go.
I'm going to give you that one, Zach.
You are today.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the answer that I got within
I would have thought much more recent. I would have thought and you know,
I wouldn't have thought recent because it's like, why would they do that?
Well, electricity hadn't been along that much before 46.
Gotcha.
Is where I'm at. And also, think about this. And this is what really struck me when I saw that. 1946, all 8 games were played under the lights. And this was more of a tradition thing. The last team to add lights, remember the Cubs? The Chicago Cubs didn't add lights to Wrigley Field until like 87, and it was a huge deal.
Okay.
Every Cub baseball game was in the daytime. They had no lights.
Oh, wow.
And it was a big deal when they finally – it was a tradition thing.
Yeah.
They obviously could afford it and lights and all. But, that surprised me. I thought it would have been in the 60s that all of them – but no. They had capabilities and could have played under the lights in baseball. How bad were those games? How bad were those lights? Probably it must have been hard to see.
Oh yeah, they probably were pretty bad.
Ooh, you got 100-mile-an-hour ball coming at you. That had to be terrible, I would think. So I thought that was pretty cool. How about this? I'll give you again, and this I think this is the coolest name for a stadium I think ever. This date, 1975, the first game was played. It was a preseason game in the Superdome. Superdome was built in 75. Have you been to that thing?
Superdome, yeah.
It's unbelievable. It is a massive structure.
Yeah. It's great.
Is that the best name for a arena?
Yeah.
The Superdome.
Superdome, man.
When you said best stadium name ever, I assumed you were going to talk about FIU's Pitbull Stadium.
Yeah, how about you see where Pitbull bought the naming rights?
FIU, what do they name it?
Pitbull Stadium,
I think it's Pitbull. Yeah, just straight up Pitbull Stadium. Yeah.
I think it's Pitbull Stadium.
He's got to be close to $1 billion.
What's his real name? Does anybody know?
I don't know. He's got to be close to $1 billion.
I know that if you Google Pitbull, he comes up before the dog breed does. I do know that.
I do kind of think it's kind of cool that he is a South Florida guy, and he's kind of. I mean, that's a good thing. Helping an athletic program, he bought the naming rights to FIU Stadium.
Yeah.
When I read that, I don't know much about him. He's probably not my genre, and I know he's a little short, bald guy. And
I could see him being your genre, Terry, for
Mr.
sure.
305.
But I mean, he's very popular. But being serious for a minute here before we get off the air, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
He put his money in a really good cause. You can do what you want with your money. It's your money, but I thought it was pretty cool.
He's submitting a legacy.
I mean, that is helping.
He does a lot. I think he's a big advocate especially for Hispanic people.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool.
He encourages and gets a lot of people to vote.
And do you think that could be a trend?
I'm surprised Rick Ross hasn't done it already.
Yeah.
He's got more money. I know Rick Ross has more money than Pitbull.
He's having trouble with the
He's
wing
Mr. 305 too.
You know, one issue with college stadiums historically is for years college stadiums were named and some of the bylaws and the contracts were written, we're going to name it Bear Bryant Stadium or so-and-so, but you can get away with it some ways. But sometimes the families will be mad. So wait a minute, you said our name was going on that stadium in perpetuity, not our name next to Goodyear.
Right.
But
what can they do?
Yeah.
Hey, give us some more money.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean, they named it in honor of.
Stadiums.
Yeah. In honor of stadiums.
How many schools have can do
Well, hell,
that?
look at Florida Field.
Coach, Spurrier.
Look at Florida Field.
Absolutely.
Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, Florida Field, Steve Spurrier Stadium Field. It's like 3 names.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But Spurrier, obviously Florida has Spurrier, and he's the guy that can do it. And you could do that.
Yeah, Florida had to do theirs, and we're coming up 30 seconds left, but Florida had to do, it was Florida Field. Ben Hill Griffin, the citrus guy, gave a ton of money in the 80s to do one end zone. So Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at Florida. Now it's at Steve Spurrier Field. Ben Hill. It's got like 3 names.
Gail Limerand.
3 names. All right, Zach, we're out of here. Good job, buddy. Appreciate it. Have a great, safe weekend. We'll do it again on Monday. Same to you, Patrick. We'll come to you from Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Monday. Don't miss it, folks. We'll see you and talk to you on Monday at 4 o'clock right here on the Young and Norvelle Show, coming to you on Action Sports Jax.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Brix Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Brix Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Brix Jax Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jax to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jax in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jax 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave. So
feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer. You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.